Okay, so here's the finished sealed needle bearing with a chrome finish on it. So this is what we're going to work on. Okay, we're going to create reference drawings to start. And I'm going to add some points here on the top quadrant point for that, and you'll see why in a minute. And then I'm going to add one more circle here, and that's going to be for our raceway feature, which you'll see in a minute as well. And I'm going to add a point there as well. Let's do a profile sketch on the right plane. I'm going to add a center line along there. And I'm going to start roughing in half of the profile. I'm going to mirror it across in a minute. I need to make a coincident with those points that I've created in the previous sketch. I'm going to start adding some dimensions here. Now I need to mirror this across, but I've made that line solid, so I need to change that back to construction. I'm going to mirror these around the line here. And for good measure, going to add a construction line here for our axes. Okay, basic revolve like we've done before. I'm going to hide that sketch. We're going to do another sketch on the front plane, and we're going to put our bearings in place, but we need to see what's going on, and that hidden line is what we need to see. We need a bearing to go and touch that surface, as well as have a tangency to this circle here. Now the book says 1, and that's actually incorrect. So we are going to change that to 0.9875. And we're going to add a circle here, which is going to be a bearing that we will pattern. It's added a tangency. We need that. Add that if it didn't do it for you. Okay, we're going to put in our diameter and make sure that we've got a vertical relation and change that line back to a construction line because we don't want to have that for our extrusion. That's just for reference. Okay, we have to create a bearing that goes in that little racetrack there. And the book says that it's zero point 0.4, and that's incorrect. It's actually zero point 0.3 because that's the only way that it can fit inside that little track. So that's another dimension you need to be aware of that's changed. Okay, there we go. Change back to shaded view. And then we're going to do our circular pattern. Okay, we are going to select that cylinder. That's going to be our axis. Body is going to be the bearing itself. We've got 20 of those, and make sure they're equally spaced. Okay, now we've got a few more features to add here. This is the surface. I don't know what it's technically called, but it keeps the bearings from coming out of the track side to side. So we know what that dimension is. And now we need to make the other circle the same exact size as that edge. So we just made it equal. Okay. Now a basic extrude. Make sure it's not merged because we want to mirror it across. And now we have one more feature to add, and that's just a chamfer on these two edges here and here. And that's the wrong size, so we need to definitely change that. 0.015. And you are done. Please check us out at fvcc.edu, and please subscribe.